I met my ex-wife 8 years ago. We were both at work. I work for the U.S. Post Office and she is an architectural planner. Yes, I do deliver mail. It's a fun job. It stinks when the weather is bad, but I like it most of the time. It makes you work out a lot. Even though I still go to the gym, I stay in shape. I'm always on my feet because I walk a lot. Dogs are my best friends, and I get to see them a lot. They love me, and I bring them treats. I met my ex-wife at her house one day when I was bringing her mail. She ran outside to give me the mail to bring back, but she hurt herself pretty badly when she fell. Yeah, it was really bad. Her legs were really scraped up, and she hit her face on the ground. Hey, are you okay? She starts to cry, gets up, and walks over to me with her limp to say, Yes, I am. After giving me the mail, she just stands there, looking hurt. Well, I need to get going on my route, I said. Be careful. It shocked her when I turned around and looked back at her as I walked away. It seems like she thought I would help her more, but I did have a route to do. I have to keep going. I might have stayed until the cops arrived if she was unconscious, but she was awake and walking, so I pulled over in my mail truck. Still, I wished her well. After about 3 or 4 weeks, I had to deliver there again. It wasn't like me to go to this address, which was my soon-to-be ex-wife's. But when I went back to deliver, she was getting out of her car and saying, Hey, mean mailman. Mean mailman? I laughed. How do you mean? She states, You just left me injured and didn't help me. You were up and walking fine. I told her. I thought you were okay. We both laughed out loud. Oh my gosh, you're such a piece of crap, she said with a smile. Let's get together sometime. I saw the first time, and by the way, my soon-to-be ex-wife is very pretty. The cut on her face is still there. I saw the scar on her legs and she told me, Yeah, I'm fine. I'm strong. She told me I should take her somewhere sometime. Have you ever heard of Whistle? There she goes. Yeah, I've been there a few times. Oh, really? I asked. She told me. Yeah, on the weekends with coworkers. Wow, I really haven't seen you before. I shoot pool there almost every weekend. It seems like I know everyone there. In any case, I'll be there this weekend. Feel free to stop by. Most of the time, I'm there from 8 a.m. to midnight. I said, Okay. I got there around 9 p.m. on that Saturday. When I walked in, I saw a woman jump up and head over. It was her. Hey, I'm glad you came, she says. I really hope to see you tonight. We stayed up all night until 1 a.m. and talked, drank, and played pool. We got along great and laughed and joked about her falling. She told me I was a jerk for leaving her, but it made her feel good. We kissed and had a great night. That night, her friend gave her a ride home, and I went home myself. Before we saw each other again, we talked and texted for about a month. The second time, we went to her place for drinks after dinner and a movie. It was good after that. The next morning, she made me breakfast and then asked me if I was looking for a romance. It had been 3 years since I was in one, but I said, Yes, I am. I said, Of course, I want to go up to that and not go right into one because the sex was so great. She smiled and threw a pillow at me saying, Oh my gosh, you're such a jerk. She said, I'd love to work toward that if you're okay with it. We laughed. I said okay. And we began dating after that. Even though it's not official yet, we went on a few dates. A Christmas party for her work was where I met her. She met my cousins on a trip to Gatlinburg. In the end, we stopped seeing each other and later got married. It was a great start to the marriage. Before she quit, my ex-wife wanted to go back to school. We were married for 4.5 years. She had to get her master's degree before she could take the test to become a registered architect. She had already paid off all of her college loans and had a scholarship that paid for her graduate school. Even though it wasn't a big deal, she wasn't going to work, which meant they would only have one income. She did make some money though, so everything was still going to work out. Because it was something she'd always wanted to do, I actually told her to do it. What's the harm? We don't have any kids, so just say that now while you still can. Anyway, the program only lasted 2 years. All in all, the first term went well. But she was gone a lot. She would say it was a lot of studio time. It took a lot of late nights to finish jobs, but it all worked out. She went to a school only 25 minutes away from where we lived, so she didn't mind the drive too much. But it wasn't until the second term that I found some BS. Yes, she did come home one night after midnight. As it turned out, she didn't mind getting home late, sometimes as late as midnight, based on what she was working on, about 10 o'clock at night. My gut told me something different this evening. She was so scared when she got home that she almost shook. I don't understand, and I want to know. Are you okay? What is wrong? Yeah, I'm fine, she answered. Let's enjoy Saturday and go on our trail tomorrow. I'm just going to take a shower and bed. During this time of year, we used to have lunches and walk on trails every weekend. Are you okay? I asked her as I put my hands on her back. Something is wrong. She lays her head down and starts to cry. What's wrong with you? Something took place. Right away, I thought that someone had hurt her or that she was upset about something. I knew it for sure. Please don't be mad at me, she told me. Okay, I guess, I replied. What is going on? She told me she slept with someone else. I stepped back and stared at her, then asked, Excuse me, what did you do? She says it again. I slept with someone else. Who did you sleep with? I asked. She said, It doesn't matter. I screamed at her. Who did you cheat on me with? She told me it was one of her instructors, for whom she was doing study while she was in graduate school, and that she had started sleeping with him. She said that he flirted with her a lot. Until tonight, she had always pushed him away. She said she just gave up for some reason. I asked her what the professor's name was, and she told me. I thought she was joking, so I told her. Old man, this guy had been to my house before. He looked really creepy. He was at the first talk my soon-to-be ex-wife gave for some big events that the graduate students had to plan. At that time, I talked to this man a lot. He seemed to be drawn to me and wanted to talk to me the whole night, but I didn't know that she was doing research for him. I guess I get why it's a little strange now. I tell her to leave my house right away. She broke down in tears and fell to the ground. Explain yourself? What do you want to say? I can't leave right now. Where am I going? I don't care. I told her. Get out. You're not going to stay here. Leave now. I really did yell, Get out, when I said it. It sounded like a lion's roar. She kept quiet. She took her keys and left. I had no idea where she was going. I didn't care about it. I was done with this marriage. I did find a lawyer the next day. Everything I told the lawyer. He asked a lot of different things. While we don't own a home or share an account, I was worried about them. I told him that she is in school right now. Will it be my job to take care of her since she's not working? He told me he would make sure I didn't have to pay her anything because she could work and pay for her own schooling. That's why I believe him. That will be seen how it goes. At first, I didn't block my ex-wife. So many times, she called and texted me, waiting for me to take her back. She begged me not to go to school and to tell the right people what was going on. It didn't help that she begged. The phone line is shared by both of us. I got everything, even emails between her and the teacher and love letters from him to her. They stayed together because he sent her a love note from his school address thanking her for sharing her love with him. This showed that she did say no to him more than once. It was strange and scary. I got all of the papers. I gave it to my lawyer first. I got in touch with the right people at the university, and I just got a letter telling me that the teacher was fired and that my soon-to-be ex-wife was kicked out of the graduate school. Because of one small mistake, she said in a Facebook post that her life and job are over. She wishes she could go back in time and fix things, but she can't. Her time is up. Don't talk like that and don't do anything to yourself. People are writing under her posts. Her family thinks she might hurt herself. What she does doesn't bother me. That's it. You shouldn't treat me badly like that.